What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on Layla Ali. She just made a recent post, right, where she announced that she would not be fighting Claressa Shields. And I didn't think, I didn't think at all that they would ever fight each other. Um, you Layla Ali when she fought, I thought she was a really good fighter, an excellent fighter. Also, I like Claressa Shields too. I think she's an excellent fighter too. But you talking about fighters like in two different generations. Number one, Layla Ali hasn't fought, I think, in like about 18 years or so, like that. And you got Claressa Shields, who is in her prime, wanting to fight Layla Ali, which I just thought, even if Claressa Shields had fought Layla Ali, they say, all right, we're going to fight each other, right? Even if they had agreed to fight each other, and Claressa Shields beat Layla Ali, somebody who hasn't fought in 18 years, that's just, to me, it don't prove anything. You bringing somebody out of retirement who've been in retirement for almost 2 decades. So that's not a feather in your cap if you are Claressa Shields to beat an icon in boxing, women boxing, you know, after she's been out the game for like 2 decades. That's just not a feather in your cap, you know. So I don't get why Claressa Shields would want to fight her. That's just like, fighting, what's the other young lady who was a really good fighter? Christy Martin, I think, the lady out of West Virginia, right? Nobody's calling Christy Martin out of retirement. So, but I thought it was all like a publicity thing to call, to try to call Layla out. That's, I just thought it was for publicity. Now, say that Claressa Shields fight Layla Ali, and Layla Ali was to beat her after sitting out for almost 2 decades. That's not a good look. So it was a lose-lose situation. But if Layla Ali comes back after 2 decades out of boxing and beat Claressa Shields, or even not even really beat her, like just push her to the point where, like, it's a good fight, and they had to go the distance or something like that, that's not a good look for women's sports, right? On women's boxing anyway. I thought that if they had a better situation is for Claressa Shields just to pay homage to somebody who came before her, like she did at the beginning of her career. Like, they got along well, and Layla Ali was, giving her advice, telling her what moves she should make, and how to take care of her body and stuff like that. That's the type of relationship that I think was more appropriate for those two. You know, and I think it's just a bad look when Claressa Shields just feels like she have to try to manufacture some type of beef between her and Layla Ali in order to get some interest in the sport. Maybe there's not enough women, in her weight class that she could fight, but there's other ways around it. I mean, all they got to do is really pump up the women who are in their weight class, make them some kind of way, like, and promoters are good at that, making the competition seem like they're better than what they really are. Um, and with fights, boxing in general right now is like on the decline because you got Tank Davis fighting like the guy, is it Jake Paul or one of the Paul brothers? Like, you would never have Sugar Ray Leonard fighting one of those guys like back in his prime, or Marvin Hagler. Like, they had to beg Marvin Hagler to come out of retirement to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. He was retired. He didn't need, and when he did come back, I felt like Marvin Hagler got cheated. Sugar Ray is my guy, but I think that Marvin Hagler got cheated in that when he beat Sugar Ray. So Yeah, man, you can't have somebody come out of retirement, Layla Ali, after she haven't been fighting for years. She still look good. She still look like, she probably in shape and stuff like that, but she not in fighting condition. You know, to fight at that level, like to get to that point where you mentally sharp, like you physically and mentally sharp like that, take years. And you can't be sitting on a couch for 2 decades and think that you're gonna go in there and push somebody who fight, on a regular basis almost every day. It would have been a good fight. I knew that, Layla Ali wasn't gonna fight her. And the thing about it is Layla Ali said that, she said that some things that Clarissa did that disqualify her from even wanting to fight her, because some of the things that she said or some of the antics that she tried to use, right? But being honest, I think even under the best of circumstances, I think Layla just should have said, "Look, I haven't fought in 20 years. What I look like, getting out there fighting somebody that young in the prime of her game, in the prime of her sport. It just would not have. I don't know that even would have drawn interest like from boxing fans. Or maybe, maybe she felt like it would. Clarissa Shields felt like it would have drawn some interest. But in my opinion, I mean, I would not have wanted to see it. Just because I know that Layla Ali is just not. She's not in that condition no more. So no way in the world that was going to work. I'm glad she finally announced that she didn't want to fight her though, and so that's basically how I see the situation. I think that Clarissa Shields should go ahead and try to either move up a weight class or move down a weight class. Anything that she has to do to find, better competition or fights that people want to see. That's the thing about women's boxing. It's probably not a whole lot of competition out there. I don't want to see Clarissa Shields go into like that mixed martial arts fighting. I don't want to see her go into that. I think she should. I think it's a good idea if she sticks to boxing and not mixed martial. Now, if somebody want to come from mixed martial arts, like the dude, what was the guy who fought Floyd Mayweather? I forgot his name. If they want to come over to her sport, then that's one thing. But I don't think she should go over there to their sport. People kicking at your legs and they messing your legs, and even if you beat the fight, you just take too much of a your lower body and stuff. Just take too much of a beating, for it to be worth it. But if she feel like that's something that she might want to do because in the future, because I do know that she did fight somebody one time, she got in the octagon before and fought somebody. But I don't know. That's women's all she can do, Clarissa Shields, is just fight the people in front of her. Just beat the people in front of her until they put somebody in front of her who gonna push her, or who gonna challenge her. I don't even really think that Clarissa Shields has been challenged to the point where she has to even up her game more than where it is now. And that's going to be the thing. Like when she run into somebody that really push her and make her, really take the level of her performance up, then that's when you'll see, boxing get more interesting. But for right now, she's dominating, in boxing, and it is what it is. I don't think by the time she out of her prime and stuff, I don't think she's going to have much competition for real though. So, but I'm glad that they didn't fight. So that's my take on it, man. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will check you all out in the next video. Peace.